So here's the cure for Detroit. I call it the cure for Detroit.
This is Mama Cherice, also known as the prodigal female. Brothers and sisters, my husband and I are a part of a small group of families consisting of married people with small children. We are common people who were raised in Detroit. We have friends in Detroit. We have family in Detroit. And we do business in Detroit. We have no political ties to anyone in the city of Detroit. And we have no desired outcome to our present situation other than to see our city healed and our children able to live in a healthy and a safe environment. In an environment that will be conducive to their education, their proper education. In an environment where they know that they are loved. In other words, we want the healing of all of our people together without exclusion of anyone. These voices that are telling us that if we choose to evict the mayor rather than forgiving him, everything is going to be all right. They are deceiving you. These voices that are telling us that if we get a new member on the city council or a new school board member, everything is going to be all right. All these voices are deceiving you. You and I are a people who are greatly deceived. I am here to let you know that all of the hypocritical, cowardly voices who daily come before us to try to convince us, like in the movie Naked Gun, everything is okay, there is nothing to see here, are deceivers. All the while we are dying, we attack and devour each other like animals. We are living at the level of beasts. I have moved through deep lamentation and sorrow for the city of Detroit that my mother raised her children in and died in, that my father still lives in, that my husband grew up and barely survived in. I am today calling on my sisters, the prodigal females who are ready to leave the strange country of satanic thinking that is devouring us and our children, and who are ready to make our way home. I am calling on you today. In Matthew chapter 2, verse 17 and 18, it says, "Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah. In Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning. Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted, because they are not." In the context of this scripture, Herod had targeted the boys for slaughter in order to ensure that a Messiah would never be raised up that would deliver those people from the oppressors of their day. The only difference between their day and our day, brothers and sisters, is that using the method credited to the infamous Willie Lynch, American slave masters planted enemy thoughts in our minds. So while many movies of our day depict the biblical Herod as an insane man who ordered the destruction of young male children, the culprit of our day remains elusive after placing insane thoughts into our minds that have caused us to help in the destruction of our own household and our own children. Please do not be angry with me for saying this. I am not saying this to accuse you. I am saying this to alert you, to mentally slap your mind into an awareness of what is really going on. Remember, brothers and sisters, like the prodigal on his way home, you and I are insane in the brain. Tares have been sown into our minds while we were in the strange country of white supremacy. And now we must work to move these tares and to plant wheat so that we can find our way back home. Brothers and sisters, in the strange country of white supremacy, we were put to sleep. We were blinded to self. We were stripped naked of our substance. We have joined ourselves to the citizens of a strange country, and they have sent us out to feed swine. This means that as a result of attempting to imitate the citizens, their customs, their mores, and their religious ideologies, we are currently living at the level of beasts. My dear beloved prodigal sisters, let us do what the prodigal in the scriptures did and come to ourselves. This means that we must come together and forgive each other in a public forum in order to begin our journey home. This nation in the city of Detroit can rise no higher than its prodigal female. A nation can rise no higher than the prodigal female. Let me say it one more time. This nation in the city of Detroit can rise no higher than the prodigal female. My dear church sister, your religion has forced you into a position of subjugation. Your religion was forced on your ancestors by your former slave masters in order to place you and keep you in a subjugated position. Your religion has made you inferior and will continue to leave you disappointed and heartbroken until you decide to seek out the religious mores of your own forefathers, which has been hidden inside of you. The first step to the kingdom of heaven inside of you is forgiveness. This message is not for everybody. This message is for my prodigal sisters who are seeking to find their way home. Sister, you have begun taking the step towards home by forgiving your husband. But the step is not yet complete. My dear free-spirited church sister, your religion has not been able to help you understand your warrior spirit. You have refused to allow the religion of our slave masters to subjugate you. However, the lack of understanding has left you without protection, reflection, or discipline. You have now violated the sacred right of your sister's bedroom, and you must ask her forgiveness in sincerity and in truth. Most of us do have more than one soulmate in this lifetime. But we must always respect the sacred oaths of our sister's wedding vows and not participate in the violation of these sacred oaths. My dear sisters, what if you could look into the future and see that if you did the simple act of publicly forgiving one another, it would have the riveting effect of instantly removing crime from throughout the city, instantly breaking the chains of economic slavery and bondage of the people, instantly removing the slander from our airwaves, instantly giving sight to the blind preachers in every church on every corner in our city. Would you then forgive one another publicly? Would you be willing to stand with other mothers and children in a public press conference and all of us publicly forgive ourselves and each other? If you knew the healing power that it would unleash among our people, would you forgive each other? This is what is being offered to you this day. The opportunity to turn all of our pain into joy and our weeping into laughter. Your forgiveness will save the entire city and set a course to close the mouths of all who take pleasure in our demise and in the demise of our children. Forgiveness is the way. It is the right way and the only way that we can ensure a happy future for our sons and our daughters. You can set the precedent for healing of all the prodigal people across this planet with one simple act. You may say, I have already forgiven, but he, she, they still have to pay for what they did to me. You may have many examples to help you hold on to unforgiveness disguised as justice. The preachers have spent many years teaching all of us that God at the same time forgives, yet still requires payment for perceived wrong done against him. I understand that you may think this. However, simple reasoning will tell you that forgiveness for a debt by necessity is completely opposite of demanding payment for the debt. If you owed me $20 and I forgave the debt, can I still make you pay $20 and call it forgiveness? The obvious answer is no. If I forgive a debt, I can no longer demand payment from you. If I demand that you pay the debt, I cannot call it forgiveness of the debt. You see, forgiveness is the opposite of a demand for payment. So the real questions are, how do we forgive? And who benefits from forgiveness? Allow me to briefly address these questions before going any further. Forgiveness is the releasing of every violent thought from our mind. Unforgiveness is any time we say that a person must or should pay for the harm they caused us. When we hold violent thoughts, including resentment, depression, hatred, self-loathing, desire for revenge, desire to see a person receive harmful effects for their own evil, in our mind, these thoughts first affect our own being in the same harmful way that they affect the one being thought of. Many times, unforgiveness disguises itself as a desire for justice. But it is unforgiveness nonetheless, brothers and sisters. effects of unforgiveness are not limited to you and your enemies alone. They also affect your own children. With the same power, they affect you and your enemies. Your children go to school and affect the minds of others with the same thoughts residing in your mind. The minds of the people you meet daily are affected in the same harmful way, like an infectious disease. The same destructive power in which they affect you. Your thoughts of unforgiveness pass from one mind to the next mind, to the next mind, hurting everyone else in the same way that they hurt you. Just observe the venom the local news media spews out about all of us under the guise of keeping us informed, and the viciousness with which the people are speaking. It is a vivid example of how unforgiveness and murder can spread like a venomous disease. This may sound hard for you to believe. However, the high murder and assaults among us are directly attributable to the lethal and vicious doses of unforgiveness and hatred that now permeate every mind in the city of Detroit. Brothers and sisters, when we forgive, we remove the cause and the effect of murder. First from ourselves, then from the rest of the human family. Check your Bible in Matthew chapter 5, and you will see that what I say is true. We are the salt of the earth. But when the salt has lost its savor, wherefore can it be useful? We are the light of the world. But when the light is under a bushel, wherefore can light be found? Brothers and sisters, I thank our Creator for this opportunity in this day and in this dark hour in the city of Detroit, for the opportunity to shine our lights. Are you willing to meet in a public news conference with our families and our children? As the mothers of this city speak forgiveness and reconciliation over our entire city, if you knew that it would free all of our babies from a sure destructive force that now hovers over our entire city, this one act could prove to be the one thing that releases us, all of us, from the sword that hangs over all our heads and over the heads of all of our families. Sisters, prodigal females, sisters who have been looking for a way out, sisters who have been looking for my voice, for the voice of healing. Let's come together in the spirit of rebuilding sisterhood. Let us call for the mourning women, the prayer warriors, the African drummers, and our prodigal families who wish to begin the journey home to peace. Let us meet early in the morning on Saturday, April 26th at Hart Plaza and call for forgiveness, reconciliation, and peace throughout the city of Detroit. Let us forgive each other, and then we will be able to take our minds, bodies, family, and the city of Detroit back, and we will build a new world in which our children can thrive. Peace.